Howdy, Possum Patty here. Yepers, right here. Here I am because I'm going to tell you what my number one rule is for junk journaling. And I'm going to say it right here at the top of the video. You can listen to it and then shut me off if you want. No, don't do that. My number one rule for junk journaling is to show up. Yes, show up. That's all you have to do. Anything you do after that is up to you. You can do a lot, you can do a little, you can just have a relaxing, gentle little play. Trashy journaling is good for that. Well, long day, I'm tired, not a lot of energy. But I came in and I sat down and I'm like, oh, there's some little crumbs here on the table that I can just have a gentle play with. Yes. And finding a place for these gems that I got at the flea market the other day. I'm going to put them there for now. Probably not going to keep them there, but they look so nice. I can just enjoy them. Yes. I know one of the things I do when I come in for journaling is to play with my rocks. Maybe you have something in your room that you're passionate about. It could be anything. For me, it's my rocks. Anyway, and I found a special one. I'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah. So I'm just going to do something very simple. If you want to grab something and just have a little gentle journaling sesh, like Janet Nash says, with me, come on along. I tend to throw things in that box over there that I put on the table that I want to get into journals. Although right now I hate to say it, there's a bunch of stuff in there that needs to get cleaned out. That's not really for immediate journaling. Anyway, I had this journal. This is my Lighthouse Journal sitting over there because someone had gifted this to me a while ago. And I came across it again. And I think it's the tale of the magic fish. The flounder came swimming up and said, well, what do you want? And I believe this is the gentleman that says, my wife wants a wish from the magic fish. And then she gets too greedy and everything gets taken away. And I was thinking, I have the first page here in my Lighthouse Journal with actually nothing on it. I skipped these pages, didn't I? So my Lighthouse Journal is about going to captain's houses, lighthouses, taking cruise to see some islands. I've got some lighthouses in here that was gifted to me. This one's from Denmark. Got a little piece of seaweed sitting there. And that's all I have in there so far. But we did take the cruise and we went to some lighthouses. Well, we went past the lighthouses and around some islands on the ship here. So I need to get some of that in there. But right now, I just thought maybe I could put him here. I think he's going to fit right next to this lighthouse. And then I was trying to think of a title, something fun, because I left this page because I wanted to, write on here that this was a journal about lighthouses. I know. So let me grab my glue papers. And let's see. I'm going to take the words off. I might put them back on. We'll see how much room this takes up. I could always move the words over, by the lighthouse if I have to. So this looks like it's from an old book, but it's a color plate because there's nothing on the back. I don't want to rip off all this blue here. I love vintage illustrations, especially like from children's stories, fairy tales, and other magical things. And it's okay, we're going to cover up part of the lighthouse. I could take this in a little closer there. Like that. Oh, that would be fun. Now the words, they might fit like that. And then I want to put my description across the top. And I was trying to think up a good name. I wrote some things down over there. So I'm just going to use some glue stick on this because it's just an old book page, I believe. Certainly looks like one. This was made with scrapbook paper I got at the flea market and a potato chip box. So this is your true junk journals. True junk journals are made with found items. Could be junk mail, kitchen packaging, bits and scraps left over from other projects. I could move this down to here. I'm thinking now I don't want to cover up all that blue. Yes, I like that. Okay. Well, here are some ideas, and I might just go ahead and use all of them because I thought it sounded funny together. Fish tales, Tales, salty yarns. A yarn is like a fantastical story. And sea stories of captains, lighthouses. I put and islands, but then I changed it to captains, lighthouses, islands, and other nautical nonsense. I think that about covers all of it, don't you? So I think I'll figure out how to write that on here. Let's see. I could just write across. I could just write across the page. And I could use, let's see, or a glaze pen, which is like a dimensional gel pen. This usually writes really nicely over everything. Okay. Let's see. I want to go around the lighthouse. Somehow, we're going to do this somehow, all right? I'm just going to start. I'm not going to plan it out. Start with fish tails, comma. I think I need to come down here. Salty yarns, comma, and sea stories of captains, lighthouses, islands, and other. I want to put nautical nonsense over here. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. It takes a few minutes for the glaze pen to dry. So we'll let that set aside for a moment. I printed out a picture, but I'm probably not going to get to it today. This is the first island that I want to journal about. And it's got a lighthouse on there. And this is a very special island. It's very close to Connecticut, but it's right off of Fisher's Island, which is actually part of New York, even though it's closer to Connecticut than it is New York. And on our cruise, we went by that island. And the story about that island is so funny. I'll tell you a little bit at the end. Yeah.
It's automated, and the lighthouse and grounds were sold to a private party in 1986.
It's called the Kingdom of North Dumpling because it's one of the dumpling islands, but has a very funny story to it. Oh, I should wait until I journal about it. Okay, you're going to have to come back for that story because it's a really good one. The Kingdom of North Dumpling. Wow, see, I got something done. This has been floating around probably for a year or two, and now it has a home in a journal. This is also floating around, although I don't think I'm going to do this today, but they were having a sale on bulbs because it's past season. So I bought these tiger lilies. I love tiger lilies. I had a patch of them on my farm in Pennsylvania. I hadn't planted any here yet. I'm having such a problem with slugs and rabbits and deer and everything eating my flowers. So I'm trying not to plant too many different things, but I would love a patch of these. Yeah, I would love these. The deer haven't been munching too badly on my daylilies. I did get a couple of daylilies this year. Includes 4 bulbs. It was like half price, but so far only one of the plants have come up. But that's okay. We'll see what happens. They may be taking their time. I want to put this in Emma. but I'm going to put it over here for now because we're going to do a little garden tour and walk around. I have some video to show you. The other thing still sitting here is a book that takes its time, an unhurried adventure for creative mindfulness. So this is a good day for that. I have just some positive thoughts in here and some comforting images, teddy bears and comfy chairs, flowers, colors of love, painting like an art studio. Oh, and this was August last year. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. So I had this image with go with the flow, and I just thought this just was so gentle just to like float down the stream and go with the flow. Very relaxing image. And I wanted to put this in here. And it's been sitting over there for a while. Now, I made this heart-shaped journal from a brochure about doors, I guess. Yeah, windows and doors. And I took the staples out, and I did put some stitching. Oh, this was a fun, sort of different kind of Zentangle. I was just playing this day with strips of paper and my gel pen and some sparkly pens and some sparkly letters. This book is just for a gentle play. So this would be a good thing to do today. Oh, I want to get those words on there. Well, I got to figure out where to put them. Okay, see, now it's hard doing it that way. You have to do it this way. Yes, because now you can see what you're doing. Did I rip a page? That's okay, we'll put something on it. I could almost use this as the image and then cut these words and put the words back on. Just like I did with the fish. Just like I did with the fish. Let's see how that would work. It's going to be very, very close. It's going to be very, very close. Of course, this purple paper here, you know what I can do? You know, that's like an edge, and we don't need to cover that. No. Okay, we're going to We're going to work with it. Okay, that's close enough. I know there's some white peeking, but we're not going to worry about that. What we're going to worry about is that the page is ripped. So I'm just going to glue it down to that purple paper and then glue this on here. And then we're going to put the words on and maybe do some doodling around there to cover up that white space. Oh my, it's the morning dove o'clock already. It's a very busy week this week. We got a lot to do, places to go, people to see, appointments to be had. But I'm going to try and come in and do a little here and there. I do have an unboxing to do. I have a Dollar Tree haul. I got a new Crayola product to review. I love my Crayola products. And I'm just going to put some Fabri-Tac in there to hold that corner that's coming apart down. I need paper towels, don't I? Okay, I went out to the kitchen to grab some paper towels. I needed a new roll for in here anyway. I know I have quite the cast of characters in this room, but I don't know if I've ever introduced you to Ollie. Have you met Ollie? I know I have trolls and fairies and gnomes and and all manner of soggy bottom characters all over the room besides my stones. My little characters make me smile. They make me laugh. But now, let me introduce you to Ollie. Ollie has been with me for a long time. Ollie's back here right now. But this is Ollie. Isn't he precious? That's Ollie. And he's a vintage planter. And I did get him at a flea market, years and years and years ago. And he is the holder of the paper towels and the rags. See that? He's so handy. Look at that. Yes. He just sits back there so quietly with a smile on his face. And whenever I need a paper towel, he's just right there for me. That's Ollie. Okay, well, I got that to almost fit on there. I love that it says Woodlands because over here I've got the woods. And I've got the woodlands over here. And now I want those words. Where are they? Here they are. I just fit this. Go with the flow. It's either bend like the willow or break like the oak, right? Go with the flow. If I put it by the leaves, it sort of shows up a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to put it down here. Go with the flow. I do have some extra leaves. This is an old calendar of events that I like to glue on because it used to have a very shiny surface and you could kind of use it over and over again for a glue mat. Most of the time it comes apart, see, like that, and then you could flip it and use it over. But after a while it sort of gives up the ghost and you got to toss it. But that's from last year. I need a new one. Okay, let's see. Now I've got these little edges here. The easiest thing would be gold, right? my Deco Color premium pen. And I was going to color that in. I love to do mark making. Don't be so precious about your journals. Feel free to write and mark make and have a play. Some people make a journal and it's so beautiful and they don't want to put anything in there. Well, I'm just going to put this on the shelf because it's too beautiful to use. And I'm like, no, get it off the shelf. Journal. Journal in that journal. Get it trashy. Make it trashy because then, you know, if that's your problem, if perfection is a little bit of your problem, then if you make a journal out of a window and door brochure from the big box store, then you will be so relaxed and have a gentle play. This takes a moment to dry. It's a little stinky, but not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, well, I got a few things done, you know, and if that's all I'm going to do today, then I will call it a success. Oh, my rock. I want to show you my rock before we go, yes. Before we go, we've got one journal page done here, just very simple. We've got another journal page done over here, just very simple, but satisfying. Simple, but satisfying. So, you know, when I was walking up to get the mail, I'm looking at the rocks. I'm always looking down at the road at the rocks. And when I saw this rock, I was like, oh, my stars. Oh, my stars. Oh, my stars. I found a rock with a little swirl in it that reminds me of a fiddlehead fern. And, you know, I was using that this year as like a symbol for Soggy Bottom because we have all ferns all around the property, thousands of them. And I'm like, look at that swirl in there. It's just like a fiddlehead fern. And then I was taking a paint pen and I thought about making some of the background a little darker or adding some green. But see, if I put green on there, then it's going to cover up the natural swirl, or will it? Would you paint that? Would you leave it the way it was? Would you put a little green on there? I already have a painted rock with the fiddlehead ferns on them, yeah. I could probably wash that off if I don't like it, but yeah. Oh, I have all those beach rocks I can paint too. I just like to play. I don't know if I like it. I might like it more, you know, when it was natural looking. What do you think? Painted or natural? Okay, I took your advice. I'm going to leave it natural. And you can still see that swirl in there. And it's got like an outline of some shiny black mineral bits. Yeah, I'm going to leave it natural. Good idea. Thank you. Well, I got 2 whole papers. Go with the flow and the magic fish into their respective journals. Yes. Very simple but fun. Very relaxing. Well, I got a little bit of prep done for the Kingdom of North Dumpling, and you've got to come back for this story. I've got the picture already printed out, and I've got the history sheet, and I've got my tiger lily packaging here that has to go in the journal. Oh, I do have all that other flower seed packs that have to go into the journal too. So there's a lot going on this week, yes, and I'm going to be very busy, but I'm going to pop in and get some journaling done, even if it's just a little bit every day. Well, I hope you got something done today too, in a relaxing way. No stress, no pressure, right? Happy junk journaling, and remember the rule, just show up. Bye bye.